What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. My voice is kind of fried right now because I might have gotten a little excited last night, guys. I'm still kind of speechless. It's still surreal for me, honestly. And yes, for those of you guys that don't know, today is my birthday as well. So to say last night was enjoyable for me would be a little bit of an understatement. So what we're going to do in this video today, guys, is I'm going to be breaking down a lot. We're going to be talking not about the games in particular, but everything leading up to that first game, right? And kind of not breaking down the games, but breaking down how last night went, how my mindset was in between games, not the games in between. You know, we're going to go through that in a different type of video, but we're going to be breaking down the days leading up to the games. Did we know everything about the game? Did we have everything set up, or was it last minute? How was I feeling after game 1, game 2, game 3? How, you know, all of that in this video today. But before we dive into it, if you are new to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would consider smashing that subscribe button. So from when I qualified from 250K, what was the timeline like? Obviously, we did not get to fly out to the All-Star game, which was kind of a letdown. I wish we would have gotten to or been able to fly out, but it is what it is. We had to play from home. Now, if I would have been able to stream like this normally, I think it would have been a way less stressful process, because I literally got 9, 10, 11 boxes shipped to me. And 7 of the boxes I didn't even use. Like, they just sent them to me in case something went wrong, I guess. So I didn't even use any of that. Now, the one thing that they did send me was a hand cam and an extra computer. So I had my PC, and then I had like a computer laptop type of thing that was hooked up to my face cam. And if you guys could have just seen my setup yesterday, it was not the ideal setup. Obviously, I was still locked in, and I didn't really notice any of it because I was fully locked. But yeah, I had to be in 3 different things, right? One, I had to stream just to 2K my gameplay. I had to stream them this camera. I had to stream them my face or my hand cam. It was just a lot. There was a lot with it. And then what kind of was the worst part about it, guys, is everything like got set up so last minute. And when I say that, no, I mean it. So what we did is we didn't even get to play on our own P4. They sent us a PS4 test kit. Okay, I don't know what the details are behind it, but the worst part about it is the fact that we played without shot feedback. And literally 3 hours before the game, they're like, we're gonna try to fix this. We don't know if you guys are gonna be able to have shot feedback, no shot feedback. And I was like, are you kidding me? I should have known that previously 2-3 hours ago yesterday. So what happened is I was scrimming for 2 hours afterwards, or not scrimming, just trying to get shots up without shot feedback, getting used to it. And then by the time I did, they had figured out a fix to shot feedback. But it was just, there was a lot that went into it. And that was just, it all felt rushed last minute, which I didn't really like. But at the end of the day, everything I think stream-wise went smoothly, so I can't really complain. It's just, the worst part about it is I got 7 or 8 boxes. I don't know what goes to where. I gotta send my camera back. I gotta send this PC back, and I don't know what boxes they all go in. So that's gonna be a thing for another day. But there was a lot going into it. So if there's one thing to know about me, guys, I'm super superstitious. I might be the most superstitious person in the world, and when I say that, I mean it. Before the second qualifier, the qualifier I qualified in, I went to work out, I got a smoothie, I qualified later that day. For 250K tournament, I worked out, I got that same exact smoothie from that same exact spot, and I qualified again. So you know what I had to do? I had to go work out yesterday morning. I had to drink that exact same smoothie. I'm just so superstitious. That's just how I am. And yes, that includes what I wear. Okay, if you notice, what I wore yesterday was the same thing I wore last year in the Global Championship. So if you think anybody is superstitious, I'm the most superstitious. I know a lot of you guys are like, Ty, you must have been playing 6, 7, 8 hours a day. That's not me. Like, that's not me. When I'm at my best is when I'm fresh and when I'm fully locked. If I play the game 4 or 5 hours before I play Splash, I'm gonna be tired. I'm exhausted. And in a 3-game series, you guys saw kind of how draining it can be. In that last game, Splash was drained. He was. And that's obviously, for the flip side of it, if I had won game 1, lost game 2 like he did, I would have been pretty drained too. So that's just kind of how it is. For me, I want to be fresh, and I felt like I was. That's kind of my mindset going into playing a Splash, I would say. The stream was going to start at 6. They told us the first game was going to start around 6:15, and we had to be in the Discord at 5 Eastern time. So we had to be there at 5 Eastern time and just sit there. The game really didn't even start until 6:30 Eastern time. So we were just sitting in the Discord for basically an hour and 30 minutes, just sitting there. And that just felt like the longest hour and a half of my entire life. Like, I was just sitting there stunned. Like, are we eventually ever going to be able to play this thing? Like, it felt like that hour and a half just kept dragging on forever. And that's kind of just how it was, right? Splash and I both had to deal with the same setup stuff, the same we had to deal with the same stuff, so it wasn't necessarily easy to get it all figured out, obviously. But I can't say it didn't work, right? When 2K sent us the last minute kind of approach to it, it worked, so I can't really complain about it. I do wish they would have flew us out. I wish we could have played in Atlanta. That would have been incredible. But hopefully next year we can go in person, and hopefully you guys can get a similar treat, because I know last night's game was a lot of fun to watch. So when I submitted my lineup, right, there was a lot of hate on Twitter. Ty, against Splash, you're so cocky running these last 3 players. Guys, here's the thing. If nobody has takeover my starters, I sub them out after the first quarter. I don't want to have to call a timeout to do my subs, okay? And let's say this. If I have these guys filled out, let's just say I put, for example, Elgin Baylor. Let's put Anton Jameson. If I have Anton Jameson here, he will play above Terry Dishinger. So then I have to go back and adjust some other things. And for me, it's not worth it. Yes, I have another player on there in case something goes wrong, but it's not worth it. I don't want to have to pause the game. I want to just be able to do my subs normally. And so that's why I ran a 10-man. Last thing I want is hitting the wrong icon because somebody else goes in the game, or like, I just want this exact squad playing the entire game. So that's kind of my thoughts on my squad that I ran. Obviously, I will say this as well. Luka Doncic, he didn't play terrible yesterday. Like, and I say that because I usually struggle quite a bit with Luka, but I don't, like, even last night, I know Moses Malone went crazy in a game, a Disney went crazy in a game, but it's not like there has been one guy I felt like that played better than the rest. I feel like for me, all my scoring was pretty balanced. I really truly do believe that. And so that's just part of me on offense. I knew that's how it would have to be against Splash. He's a good defender. People are gonna say Splash is a good defender. I promise you that as well. So, and there's just a lot that goes into the lineup I ran out there with. And I know a lot of you guys are still like, Ty, why'd you run Lonzo over Luka? It's all just about me being more comfortable with that pink diamond Lonzo. That's really all there is to it. But nah, this is the squad I went out there with, and I was confident going into the game. So obviously we're going to be breaking down the games in future videos, but after game 1, I lost by 6 points. He missed 3 shots. I think I won the turnover battle like 8-3, 9-4, something like that. I think I was +5 in turnovers, which should have secured me the win. But he missed 3 shots the entire game. And to say I was stunned is an understatement. I was literally stunned. I just sat there and looked at the box score like, wow. He really just shot above 90% on my head. It reminded me of the defense to offense start. But for Splash, it was the entire game. Like, outside of turnovers, I really just couldn't get stops. And so I had to regroup after game 1 because I was literally stunned, right? I let him shoot 90+% on me. Felt like I let that one get away, right? I felt like I had a good opportunity to take game 1. I didn't win the game, and it was what it was. Game 2 was another close game. I snuck out a win. I'll break that down in a future video as well, but I was up 3 late in the game, and I don't know what happened. I kept fouling him to make sure he didn't get his 3 up, but there was 6 seconds left. I had no timeouts, okay? So my biggest concern is if I click the foul button and accidentally call a timeout and get executive timeouts. So I was actually going to defend, okay? I was going to defend him with 5 seconds left, up 3, because I didn't want to get called for excessive timeouts. Now, the scary part about this all is Hondo had a sharp takeover. I'm pretty confident. And so I was nervous, but I was like, I'm not risking getting called executive timeouts. And so the thing is, he went to inbound the ball. I swear he had it. 4.99 seconds had to be. Should have been a 5-second call. It literally should have been a 5-second call. He called a timeout. And then something weird happened. With his subs, he brought Ben Simmons into the game. Now, I don't know why he brought Ben Simmons into the game when he needed a 3, but he brought Ben Simmons into the game. Honestly, his shot that he took, I think Kawhi had sharp takeover, but the shot that he got was a heavy with Kawhi, and it wasn't really a good shot. And so I ended up escaping game 2 with the win. And so game 3, I was confident. And the reason I was confident is because he just went through it, right? And when I say that he had a good chance to beat me in game 2, then it wasn't able to finish the job. And so I was confident going into game 3. Was I exhausted mentally, emotionally, physically? Yes, but I was like one game away. Let's make this thing happen. And so game 3 started, and I was confident, was able to secure the win by like 15 points. A lot of it, like I said, was because Splash literally just got exhausted, and so I was able to secure the win. And honestly, for the MyTEAM community as a whole, it was a big time W, guys. I can't sit here and lie. It's just a big time W. DBG had like 10K. 2K's Twitch had a ton of people in there. Isaac had a couple thousand. Like, there's so many different watch parties that just went absolutely absurd. My initial thoughts, guys, all the glory truly does go to God for me, because without him, none of this would be possible. I would not be in the position. I would not have the platform. And it's just absolutely crazy how my life has truly changed in the last 13 months. Like, ever since I won Globals, my life has just been, it's been crazy. A complete 180 turn from what I thought I would be teaching physical education to elementary students and maybe coaching, to now playing 2K. It's just absolutely absurd to think that I'm blessed with the position and platform that I do have. But like I said, for the MyTEAM community, it's only up from here. And when I say that, I mean that, guys. I'm telling you guys, there's something bigger coming for MyTEAM. Now, there's no confirmation, but I would be very surprised if in the next couple years, there's either not more tournaments ran by 2K, or there's not like a league type of format, because MyTEAM is really it's the man with the plan when it comes to 2K. It really is. I promise you, you guys saw it yesterday. MyTEAM is on top, especially when you get Splash, when you get Ty. Hey man, as a whole, an absolute W to the community. But nah, these are just my initial thoughts on the whole process, from really when I did come out of the Xbox side to now. There's just a lot that went into it. When I say I've never been more stressed in the last week, I mean it. With all this setup, getting literally 10 different boxes in the mail, not knowing how to set up a thing, taking me 2+ hours to try to figure out how to set my hand cam up. It was a lot, man. It was a lot. 2 hours before the game, not knowing if I'm going to be able to play with shot feedback or not. It was a lot, man. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But I'm glad Splash and I were able to play. We're able to put on an absolute show for the community, because ultimately that's what this community deserves, man. You guys really truly have helped. I know Splash have helped me out a ton, and so I'm glad Splash and I were able to put on a show for you guys. But I'm super thankful for each and every one of you guys. If you guys are new to the channel or have been here from day one, I can't thank each and every one of you guys enough. And like I said, it's only up from here. This is only the beginning for me, for Splash, for us as a MyTEAM community, man. And I truly cannot wait for the future. I really can't. So I'm super excited on what's to come. Like I said, DBG having 10K in there was ridiculous. Isaac, I think at one point he sent me a screenshot. He had 7K in there. It's just absolutely unreal. I'm still stunned from this whole thing, this whole 250K thing. But like I said, guys, I won Globals last year. I won 250 this year, guys. And so it's like, what's next for me? And that's something I'm gonna have to think about. Obviously, YouTube and just content creation, YouTube, Twitch, that's my main priority right now as far as just my next goals. Because I had 3 goals in mind at the start of the year. 3 goals. Qualify for 250, that got accomplished. Win 250, that got accomplished. And 100K on YouTube. Now, I'm at the last one, I don't know, that one might be a little out there. But those are my 3 goals at the start of this year. And honestly, 2 of them have been accomplished. So, I mean, you guys know as well as I do, that last goal, hey, let's get it done, man. With your support, honestly, truly anything is possible, especially with God, you know, helping me with everything, man. I truly can't thank each and every one of you guys enough. I don't want to keep you guys here forever, but I love you guys so much, and I can't wait for our future as far as this content creation, man. If you are new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, guys. I hope each and every one of you guys has a blessed day, and I love y'all, man.